What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Extraordinary Critic, and today we got a special video. We are back to Snowfall content, baby. I know it's been a minute, but I just feel like I had to do some other things, branch off to other things. But we're back here now, and today we're gonna be talking about Snowfall, ranking each season from worst to best. This is my personal ranking. If y'all feel any different, please leave a like or a comment down below and let me know what your ranking of your favorite seasons is, if you are a Snowfall fan. But yeah, if you know me, you know I'm a huge Snowfall fan. I think it's one of the best shows of all time. I think it's under the wire. But yeah, let's get into it. Number 6, we got season 1. Now, season 1 was a great season. It's a great start to the show. This is where everybody's amateurs in the drug game. Everybody's kind of introduced to the drug world. And it takes place in 1983 in South Central, where cocaine is really hitting the scene. It's becoming more than a club drug. It's really becoming a street drug, and people are trying to get used to this. And this is the beginning of crack. So Franklin Saint in season 1 discovered crack in the second half of season 1. And once he discovered that, then everything kind of hits the fan and it's new and nobody knows what it really is. But trying it out and see what it is and see the market is the goal for Franklin Saint. And you got other characters in the show too, like Lucia and Oso, with their situation where they're trying to branch off into their own organization, but her uncle and cousins bringing them down. And then you got Teddy McDonald, who is the CIA agent who is trying to get back into the government good graces by getting into this illegal war. And in order to do that, he has to fund the war illegally by distributing drugs and getting guns into Panama. So I think that season 1 is it's a great start to it, but it has its very slow moments. But this is what it is. So on to the next. Season 5. Now, season 5 has got a lot of season 5 has really gotten a lot of bad feedback. I know the first half of season 5, a lot of people was not liking it, and they were talking about bringing Manboy back, and I just feel like it didn't make no sense to bring Manboy back. But yeah, I just remember that season 5 was pretty much not liked as much. It felt different to me. I loved season 5. I thought season 5 was telling something and doing something different than the other seasons. The acting is still great, and but the stakes are still higher though, because I think what people are misunderstanding is that season 5 is about the family and their inter conflicts, and as they're getting bigger in the drug world, some characters in this show are starting to have their own personal vendetta. They have their own personal goals and stuff, and that's causing conflict within the family and in the inner circle. And it really is the beginning of the end of season 5, which I really love. This show also takes time to really get into the characters' psychology and what they're going through, especially with Jerome, as things are heating up and they're getting shot at and they're getting a lot of money, but happiness is still not a part of their lives. So Franklin Saint in this one, people were laughing at him, say he had a lot of comedy bits that feel like it was too comical, but I feel like they wasn't trying to be comical. I just feel like Dancing Idris as Franklin Saint is just a great actor, is a great character, so some things comes off as natural and people was laughing at it. I know I was, but it didn't bother me as much. A lot of complaints that people were making to me didn't really make any sense. The complaints about the tiger situation, yeah, it was kind of cheesy having a CGI tiger, but they didn't spend too much time. Now, they spent a lot of time stuck in the cage with a tiger. Didn't understand where you're coming from, but the fact that they didn't spend a lot of time at all, they escaped with less than 2 seconds. I mean, it didn't bother me at all. And plus, in California, people did keep wild animals as pets. I don't know why they did that, but it was true. They did that back in the 80s. Another thing people would complain about was Veronique, the character Veronique. People was really complaining about the actress and stuff. I don't think that's pretty fair. I think the actress did a great job playing Veronique, and they think she seemed annoying or sneaky and stuff. But I don't know. It's like it just really don't make sense to all the theories they have. I do like the introduction of Kane in season 5. I felt like they did a great job revealing who he is and how things came about. So yeah, so season 5 is the 5th best season. Season 6. Now season 6 is the end of the series. It's end of an era, and it's sad, it's super dark, it's tragic, but at the same time, it's just a perfect ending for this show. The reason why I got this at number 4 is because I don't know. It's something about season 6 that gets me. It's just so dark and so. It's just the beginning of the end, or it just is the end period, and it's just tragic all the way, and you could really see that in these characters' faces. You can see in their emotions, and people in relationships are just fully broken. Like relationships in here are so broken that there's nothing you can do to really fix it. So it's just crazy how things come about with season 6. The ending is beautiful. I think it's the best series finale of all time when it comes to character driven stories. See this. The series finale in season 6 felt like more like a movie more than ever before. But, that's just me personally. I think season 6 is brilliant. It's a great ending, but I just feel like these next 3 seasons are better than season 6. Season 3. Now, season 3 was a phenomenal season overall. Things are getting more intense. This is the beginning of the Saint organization, and Franklin is a full-time gangster. He's not a rookie anymore. He's not an amateur. He's just a full-blown drug lord, kingpin who's making a lot of money. And season 3 has a special hold to me because it actually shows the effect of drugs and cracking in the community. Now, something like Power or anything else like that, they really don't show the effects of drugs on the individual. It just shows them selling it. The Wire does that. It shows how drugs can destroy community and stuff like that, and it's really just an everyday thing. But since in Snowfall, crack is still new. Come to season 3, the effects are started to happen. It started to happen, and a lot of things are turning. And when you go from season 1, the color grading, to season 3, and this season, then the color grading is much darker, much grittier. The neighborhoods are not the same anymore. People are just hooked on it. And kids who are like 14 to like 17 got gold chain and gold watches and stuff like that. So it just shows you that this drug game is really starting to elevate, and not for the better, it's for the worse, because it hits closer to home for certain characters when certain people get on this drug, because the characters in the show are seeing the drugs happening. They seeing how it's affected the neighborhood, but once somebody close to that character, smokes it and gets hooked on it, it really hits close to home. And season 3 is really about the community, how this drug is really like affecting the community overall. So season 3 is dark. It's full of drama, and this is the first season where Franklin is really a drug gangster kingpin. Like he's full on in. Teddy, on the other hand, he got a lot of stuff going on with Matt. The one thing I know about season 3 is that Louis and Jerome are not really in the season that much. This season is really about Franklin and his relationship with Teddy, his mother, and Andre. Andre and Melody. Their story is really about them, and because like their relationship with Franklin hits close to home for them, and conflict starts to escalate between all of them. So by the end of the season, it's like nothing is the same anymore. everything is so different now. The community is in ruins, is in ashes, and the game wars are starting to escalate more and more, and people are dying more, and it's all because what Franklin started it. So season 3 is the turning point of the show and the story and these characters development. But yeah, so let's get on to the next two. Season 2 is the second best season of Snowfall. Man, season 2 is overall just a masterpiece, man. So storytelling wise, and if you want to learn how to be a great writer on a television show, you need to watch season 2. Because what season 2 does is that you have 3 storylines in this show. You have Teddy's, you have Lucia's, and you have Franklin's storyline. And the fact that they connect all these storylines together really is phenomenal. I really like Franklin development. He was once a shy kid in season 1 to season 2. He's getting a little more confidence, and he's getting a little selfish and ruthlessness too. I love the storyline with him and Kevin and how that came about. Teddy, on the other hand, we started expanding his world a little bit in his character, as we found out that he has an older brother that's a pilot and he needs his help, and their relationship starts to develop, and you can see why Teddy became what he became based on his family's business and stuff. But season 2, man, hands down, is like a masterful writing, brilliant written season, man. Hands down from top to bottom. Each episode it escalates more and more and more. And now that it escalates, the truth starts to reveal more and more each episode. You got to see, what transpired and what's really going on, who's keeping secrets, who's portraying who, and I really like that about season 2. But yeah, season 2 is the second best, hands down. If you ever want to learn how to write a great season, watch season 2, because these 3 storylines, the way they connect these characters together, it's flawless to me, flawless. Season 4 is the best season in Snowfall history. I don't care what anybody say, but season 4 is the best. Man, season 4 was something else, man. I was a little nervous because, you had the pandemic, and everything had shut down. But man, season 4, man, it was just breathtaking how everything was just coming together and just one domino falling after another. And the story gets more crazier. And the story for this one is really exposing the CIA and the drug business, and like the operation being crushed into shambles and getting exposed. And man, I just love this season so much, man. It is a huge turning point for the show, and how certain things start to have its downfall. And you start to see that after Franklin comes back from his injuries, that the same people who was with him in day 1, they change. They're not the same anymore. So I just love the fact that season 4 really has its own thing going, man. The acting is phenomenal. The writing is great, man. And Leon in this one really, this is his changing moment. This is development moment. Something tragic happens to him that makes him change his ways, and it's really powerful, but also really dark, man. Like this is where the series started getting more darker and darker, and I was on the edge of my seat because I don't know who's going to survive. I don't know who was going to die. I didn't know anything. That's how intense this season was, man. Because each episode I was like nervous about what really was going to happen. But the game wars between Manboy and Scully and the Bloods and Crips, it was just crazy how everything came about. Just to take Franklin's position, man. I just really appreciate this season, man. It's the best season of all time. I could watch this season all over again, man. And it just, and also like it really made Man-Boy the villain that everybody loves, because he was in season 3, but he wasn't in it that much. But in season 4, he was the villain of this season, and his, and another villain too, Khadijah, his sister, was also a main villain. It just, I just love how everything came about and their motivations and stuff. It was just very, very well written. And this is when the relationship starts to get broken with these characters, and this is where the downfall starts to happen, like I said before. So yeah, overall, man, this is my ranking. You got season 1, you got season 5. Well, starting off the 5th, the 6th place, you got 1, 5, 6, 3, 2, 4. So that's my ranking right there, man. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching this video. Please like and subscribe, share this with everybody. Please stay safe out there, and I get to back to y'all soon. Peace.